Do you think the resurrection's implausible? Let me tell you about woke politics. This is an evangelical faith, is what I'm saying. The progressive faith is an evangelical faith. It's a proselytizing faith. You can remove religion, but you can't remove the religious impulse because it's inborn, it's innate. Countries don't hang together just because. The natural state of man is not progress. I really encourage myself to just try to look clearly, like what is actually happening? I mean, the forces of lying have definitely increased. They've gotten louder anyway. It's like everyone's lying. It's all propaganda. So disregard all of it. Put your earphones on to white noise and just look around. And who are the good guys and who are the bad guys? I'm serious. And a lot of the people we've been told are good guys are not at all. Actually, some of them are the worst guys. They could make whole ideas disappear. And in fact, there's some evidence that they're working to do that. And as Orwell noted, once you take away the words, you take away people's ability to think about the concepts. So I guess, what's the point? The point is that there's no reason that this should continue apace on the trajectory it's currently on. Like, what does hold the country together? What do we have in common as Americans? If a war were to break out, why would we all fight? And what are we fighting for? What is this country? What does it mean? Is it just the sum total of commerce? Is it the GDP? Is it something more than that? I mean, these are not only interesting academic questions, they're vital practical questions. Because if you don't answer them, the country will actually fall apart, for real. That's not a right-wing point, it's an obvious point. And I just want to be absolutely clear, because I know there's a TV camera there. I want to be really clear. I'm still for living with people I disagree with. I will always be for that. I will always be for pluralism. I will always be for intellectual diversity, always. I'll always be happy to have dinner with someone who doesn't share my views. My only point is, and that will never change, I will not allow that to change, because I think you become something less than you should be when you allow those impulses to take over. But the point is, they just disagree. And you can imagine they're just like you, but they're not. But whatever they're for, I'm against that. That's kind of how I'm thinking of it right now. I'm absolutely against that. And then I guess the last point I would make, which is worth brooding about, is that, and I don't want to believe this, and by the way, I hope I'm wrong, and perhaps I am. But from where I stand right now, it seems pretty clear to me that they're not interested in peaceful coexistence.